TC number 69. 5 seconds. Start. Mr. Deputy Chairman, I thought I should rise to support the point put forward by the Honorable Mr. Khunjuru, but my honorable friend from Hyderabad has said certain things which I had better deal with first. He has attacked more or less the whole system of elections in India. He has talked of indirect election and so on. I am afraid he has gone far beyond the scope of the bill, and I do not think that need an answer at all. As regards the question of preparing electoral rolls, I think there is ample power vested in the Election Commission to order the preparation of a regular electoral roll if the Election Commission considers it necessary for any extraordinary reasons, such as a large exodus from one place to another and things of that kind. Otherwise, as the honorable member himself said, it is such a vast country and such huge numbers are involved, and I think it would be really an unnecessary burden on the resources of the state to launch upon the preparation of electoral rolls every year. The same purpose could be served by revising the electoral rolls every year as per the directions given by the Election Commission, as well as the rules laid down for the purpose. In a democracy, one of the prerequisites for its success is vigilance, and I think it would be quite in order to expect the people of various parties to interest themselves in the revision of these electoral rolls. In fact, that is an obligatory task of the citizens, and it only helps to greater awareness and alertness on the part of the different parties. There was another point made by my honorable friend to which I should like to refer. He referred to false personation. I am not going to deny it absolutely. There might have been some false personation, but to say that it was the Congress that resorted to false personation and that all other parties were paragons of virtue and were angels dropped from heaven is simply absurd. That he should have had the boldness to venture such a reckless statement, one should say irresponsible statement without any proof whatever, was wholly unfair on his part of the Congress, and it is no credit to this august house that one of its members should make such an allegation against the opposition parties. Sir, my purpose is more to appreciate the stand taken by my honorable friend Shri Kunjuru. I do not know it is for the honorable minister to say whether even now, as the clause stands, it would not be open to the Election Commission to review the order of the Chief Electoral Officer made in appeal against an order of the Electoral Registration Officer. I have an idea that the Election Commission is supreme in these matters, that even when there is an appeal from the electoral registration officer to the chief electoral officer and the chief electoral officer passes an order, though it may be final in the ordinary sense, it does not preclude the election commission from revising that order. I would like to be enlightened on this point. If the Honorable Minister in charge of the bill says that the order in appeal of the Chief Electoral Officer over an order of the Electoral Registration Officer is final and it is not open to the Election Commission to set it right, then I beg humbly to differ from such a stand, and I think that is a lacuna which should be made up. Sir, so I would like the Honorable Minister to apply his mind to this aspect and see that in no case the supreme authority of the Election Commission in this matter, which is of vital importance, is in the least abridged or curtailed. I think a slight amendment to clause 23 would set right the whole matter. There is only one other remark which I wish to make before I conclude, and that is with regard to clause 25 on page 8. It enjoins on every local authority an obligation to make available to the electoral registration officer such staff as may be necessary for the performance of any duties in connection with the preparation and revision of electoral rolls. Well, with the knowledge that we have of these, local authority may fail to make available to the electoral registration officer the suffer that he wants. Now, what is the remedy if the local authority does not meet the obligation? If it does not choose to make available the requisite staff that has not been provided for in the bill, it is open to the Honorable Minister to devise some means to meet such a contingency, but I think a clause like this would be very helpful. That will be some kind of an inducement to the local authority to provide the staff. That is all that I have got to say, and I will no longer try the